So we're talking about another stealth change that was not mentioned within the patch notes. Obviously, in the previous video, we talked about how broken the PPSH was because some of the stealth changes, I think, were an error that made the gun completely broken. Obviously, that took care of the close range meta. We're focusing more on the long range meta. And today we're going to be focusing on the Bren and the changes that happen with that, with a specific set of attachments, making sure you use the right ones so you'll be able to maximize that TTK and you'll have a broken TTK for long range and short range, at least until they get under wraps, and include some patch notes about these things getting nerfed or reverted in some way. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, double check, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. This video does have a sponsor segment, which we'll do right now. Today's video is sponsored by Legion Farm, a company that offers 24/7 coaching from professional players. And with the growing number of users, they need even more pros to keep up. And they're looking for English-speaking players for both Warzone and Apex Legends with over 10,000 kills while maintaining a 2+ KD. So if it sounds like you qualify, you can apply on Legion Farm, and over the first 3 months, they're going to go ahead and help you improve as a player. They're going to work with you on coaching and customer service because you are going to be working with people. But you're also going to receive $640 a month for the duration of that program. And then you get a job after graduation with a salary of $2,000 a month. So you can actually make money doing something you enjoy already doing, which is gaming. And it's as simple as that. Thank you to Legion Farm for sponsoring today's video. Welcome back. So we're going to be talking about the individual damage profile, and this is specifically about the long range barrel. So I'm going to show you some of the testing. This is well beyond the 30-meter drop off that you're going to experience with this weapon, so you can get the long damage range. And that's what we're going to be looking at right here. So we're going to go ahead and fire a bullet, and we fire it at the toe with the Sakura rounds, which were the meta build. Obviously, you can use the other ones. You're going to have the same effect. Those ones have a little bit more recoil, so that might throw things off a little bit. So we went and test the damage value there. We get 32. When we go ahead and shoot in the thigh, which is the limb damage or upper limb damage, we get 64. When we go ahead and shoot in the stomach or neck area, we get 44, which makes sense. We just do the math to subtract those, and we continue going through. The headshot's going to be 156 minus the 108 that we just saw. We shoot the head, we get the damage, it pops out 48. And we continue to do this. I was also testing a few other guns, MP5 in the mix. I heard some rumors about some changes, and this kind of have to test it. I test it out, and that's kind of how that goes. So now what we'll do is take a look at the comparison to kind of see exactly what's happening. So what we're looking at here for the Bren is the headshot used to be 43, and that was above 35 meters. Now it's anything from 0 meters on when you're using the Sakura rounds in terms of the mag, the 40 round mag. And then we got the neck damage is now 44, which we just confirmed. And then we had 31 for the chest and the stomach, which I had tested there. The limb, we had 32 for both of those, and you kind of get that comparison. And the reason why this is important, because you're going to get a sub 700 TTK, keeping in mind that like something like the XM4 is like 750, and that thing has a good amount of recoil, good bullet velocity. Something like the Cold War AK-47 is 700, and most of the meta weapons are between around 700 to 800. So this is like meta breaking because it goes back to the way it was when it was the most dominant gun in the game. And that's why we're going to go ahead and talk about something specific when it comes to maybe how to use the attachments a little bit differently because of how they modified bullet velocity. So this is pretty much the meta build when we had the Bren previously. And what is going on here is when you use that 705 mm Royal, they reverted the change that kind of made it had a damage drop off, which kind of completely changes things because now it no longer has a damage drop off the way it did when it was first added and it was completely broken. The same thing that the Type 11 still has is that infinite damage range barrel that makes it broken. And that's the part that we got to go ahead and take care of there. You're going to go with the Mercury because the damage range doesn't matter anymore. Because of that specific barrel. And then we have the Sakura rounds. The reason why you might consider switching it is because of the way they've modified the bullet velocity. You might want to use any of these other ones. The TTK is actually faster when you use these .50 BMG rounds. It's just the recoil is way harder. So for the average player, it's kind of hard to use, but the regular 100 round or the default barrel or the default mag still hits pretty hard, especially since you're removing that last damage range. So if you feel like the bullet velocity isn't enough, you can still go with any of these options and you're not going to be in a bad spot as long as you can control the recoil. So I would still recommend probably going this route for most of the people on that are skilled, and then play Rebirth because the ranges aren't important. And then you can go ahead and go a little bit further. If you want to go ahead and go with the regular one, you're going to be a lot slower, but the bullets will still hit pretty hard because you have that close range TTK up into infinity, the way it was broken when it first added. So go ahead and try it out. Hopefully they fix these things, and that this and the PPSH were the only two things that were stealth changed or accidentally changed in between the Season 2 update up until today. Appreciate you supporting the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.